This reporter places the blame for all of this squarely on you, the viewers.
Would you say we'd be venturing into a zone of danger?
It doesn't matter what you think!
They took care of you!
Anything with the rock.
To be a good pilot, you have to be able to make good decisions. And I know what my credit score is, so I know I don't make good decisions.
He had a full head, all the way till the end. It was white, and I was hoping to get that. I was hoping to get like the full head, and it was really hard to cut it off.
I like how you did that.
Yeah, I mashed a bunch of stuff together.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Beautiful. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Our Take podcast. I'm Bryan.
Oh, I'm Spencer.
Hey, Spencer. We finally have a name.
I forgot who I was.
After only one episode, we came up with a name. Our Take podcast.
Our Take, and I made a logo, and I think it's cool.
The logo is legit. You can
think
check it out on at least 2 platforms right now. Facebook at the Our Take Pod and Twitter at the Our Take Pod. Both places.
Pod, like
Pod.
a podcast.
Exactly.
Or, I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a cool logo. Like when you sent it to me, I got a little chills, little goosebumps. I thought, hey, we might be onto something here.
That's cool.
Like we said last time, if we can get one person.
Do we have any? I guess we're not completely up.
We're not up and running
We're
yet.
not up at all.
We're going to release these at the same time. Well, they are technically, but we haven't told anybody about them yet.
Right.
They're on Stitcher, waiting for iTunes and SoundCloud. They're on SoundCloud, which is hosting them.
SoundCloud. Oh, I'm glad you figured that all out because
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
SoundCloud hosts our RSS feed, if you will. I don't know what that is, but I just followed the steps there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's
So this is episode 2.
Number 2.
It is October 14th, 2018.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Yeah.
Already?
Hopefully we can record one a week.
Yeah. This is the second straight week. So
That's true. It's kind of a Sunday.
Oh, that was my apologies. I just
Let's take the trash out
emptied my
real
trash
quick.
can.
Do you remember the old one that sounded like garbage was like ding ding ding, like banging around?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Is that when you put something in the trash? Maybe?
Oh, yeah. I think,
Okay.
wasn't that Windows, though? No, I don't know, actually.
I don't know.
I guess I can put something in the trash.
We can
and
trash
see.
this episode. There you go.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's at some point I'll get a bunch of stupid sound effects for us to play. Oh, like I already have a drop here from last
Like
week. Like an audio drop, on radio when they drop something embarrassing that somebody said.
Full disclosure, I have used some Rogaine.
Yeah, so I've got that for you.
That's a teaser for episode 1, people.
Yeah.
I thought you meant drop. By the way, I did that with my mouth. People should know that.
Oh, yeah, that was.
That's pretty cool.
It kind of freaks me out every time he does it.
Yeah.
But
So, I haven't seen you for a week, man. How you been?
Good.
That's it?
Yeah, nothing of interest happened this week at all. I took one of my birds to the vet.
Oh.
That was expensive.
How many birds do you have?
7.
7 birds. What are they?
I have 2 cockatiels, 3 parakeets, 1 English budgie, and a lovebird.
Okay. See, I thought they were all parakeets.
Yeah, well, they're all about the same size.
They are all awesome, though. Every time I, come over and we're doing something, working on a song or something.
I don't know what their deal is.
I like birds, man. I had a parakeet growing up.
Oh, did you?
7 birds. So what did the vet say? Why did you?
Well, he had a broken foot.
Oh.
Because the lovebird bit her foot. And so I took her there. Her name's BMO, like the robot from Adventure Time.
Of course.
My ex-wife named her. I'm okay with the name. I'm just saying.
You can change it if you want.
Well, it's
stuck.
It's a little late for that. It's
fine.
been a couple of years. And I took her there, and it was $150.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
$150 for a broken foot.
So it's fine, but so it was $75 for the initial visit, which I guess whatever. And then it took him all of like 3 minutes, not or less, to wrap the foot in, small gauze. Well, not gauze. What are they called?
Do they cast it?
No, it's just the wrap. The tape. And so we taped it, and that cost $50.
Wow.
$50. And then there was another 20 for medicine, and yeah, it was.
You know, they are doctors.
I know. I mean, it's just.
You got pets. They're part of the family.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one here. That sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
$150. So a couple of years ago, I have a cat. He weighs like 25 pounds.
Wait, you do now?
I have 2 cats.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never seen
And
that.
a dog. Both of my cats are inside outside, you know. One of them only weighs like 4 pounds. Her name's Jezebel. And our big fat cat, he weighs like 19, 20 pounds. His name's Wilson. He is kind of a dick, and he gets in fights. And I'm pretty sure he got in a fight with a raccoon.
Oh.
This was a few years back.
Yeah.
And I have pictures because he got an abscess. We didn't know he got in a fight. He got an abscess, and he was licking it, making the craziest noise, like as he was licking it because it hurt. And so finally we looked, and I was like, "Oh shoot, okay, let's take him." He had a hole, like it looked like he got shot with a BB gun. In fact, I asked the vet, I had to ask. She took him in. I said, "Did he get shot? Because if one of my neighbors shot him, I have a problem." You know?
Right.
The vet said no, but. Anyway, Ashley called me as she's walking out from the vet, and she's like, "Hey, they need to put a drain in Wilson to drain the infection. You know, they're gonna have to put him out, cut him open a little bit, put a drain in. I have a picture. We'll post it on Twitter or something." And I said, "Wait. How much is this gonna cost?" And I've had pets my whole life. Okay,
Right.
I love animals. And this is a tough topic, but when it comes to animals, there's got to be is there a ceiling?
I don't know.
Because when she's like, "Oh, it's going to be like," I think it was like $250 to put the drain in, you know? I was like, "Oh," and for the pain meds because he was in pain.
Right.
And I was like, "Okay, all right, go ahead and do it," you know? But if she had said like, it's going to be $1,500, oh man, I don't want to sound heartless, but I don't know. I just didn't have that kind of cash back then. It might have just been like, why don't we just give them a peaceful?
Well, yeah, I guess it probably depends on
Goodbye.
how old they are, and
That was,
I don't know.
Like I said, if I was faced with the exact same situation again, even in those times, maybe I still would have said yes. I don't want to sound like a complete, jerk here. Anyway, but yeah, it was pretty nasty. He had the drain in for a few weeks, and he still gets in fights, but not to the point of an abscess.
Is he declawed or anything? Or
No, man, we
he
keep
just
him
goes
clawed.
for it.
Yeah, I had cats all growing up. I don't like declawing pets.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Your fingernails ripped out.
We had one of ours declawed, and he always got into fights like an idiot. He was so stupid.
Well, that sucks. Yeah.
But,
if you were going to have like an inside only cat,
Right.
and they say that it doesn't hurt now, I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't think I'd do it again. But I don't have a cat, I guess. I have birds, so that wouldn't work out anyway.
Maybe we're to get a D foot.
D,
They have claws, I guess.
D mouth, D, yeah,
Right,
I don't know.
yeah,
It would
beak.
be
Yeah.
D.
I need to dole up my bird's beak here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I was off this week. I was off work.
Yeah, the whole week, right?
Yeah. So I chilled for a few days. Watched my daughter, and then we went to Island Park in Idaho.
I have not been there.
It's beautiful. It's the first time I've been, but Ashley's coworker has a cabin that he Airbnbs. Airbnbs and B. I don't know. And so we stayed there. It was a wonderful cabin. It's cold.
Yeah, I
It was
bet.
like the high was like 40, and then I looked at next week's forecast up there, and the high is supposed to be like 55.
Oh, really?
It's like, man.
Yeah, it's got in the 20s here, I think, last night.
Yeah. So we went, we did some sightseeing, saw like the waterfall, Mesa Falls, drove into Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Here's where my story comes in. Okay. It's kind of cold, and we weren't really sure what we were going to do. It was just kind of spontaneous. Let's just go chill. And we're like, well, we went and saw these falls. We went and did some other things. And
I am really curious about a lot of your stories.
you're
that
looking
you
at
have
the
on
notes.
We
We have a list of notes of things we want to talk about.
yeah, and they're all. Anyway, go
So I
ahead.
have a few from Yellowstone.
Carry on.
Yeah. So
Let's see where this is going.
we weren't planning on going to Yellowstone. It's about an hour and a half to Old Faithful, which is
Yeah, it's
The point.
the center. Yeah.
I don't know if it's in the center, but
Yeah, but that's
it's
where
the,
you go,
It's
yeah.
the reason you go. Yellowstone's beautiful all
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
So we're like, well, it's cold. We were sitting in the cabin. There wasn't anything else to do. A lot of the other attractions were closed for the season. So I was like, well, okay, let's just make the trek in. Let's go see Old Faithful. I've never seen it.
Really?
No, I've never seen it. Have you?
Oh, yeah, like a bajillion times.
Oh, okay.
That's not true, but like a lot. I've seen it like 4 or 5 times.
I'm from Utah. Never seen it. You're from Texas. You've seen it. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. We used to have family reunions at the Tetons in Wyoming, and we always go up there. So it's
So here's what happened, though.
Yeah.
It's an hour and a half away.
Right.
It goes off about every hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's freezing cold. We look at the clock right when we're leaving, and it's like 2:15, and it says expected. What is it, like explosion? I don't know.
I guess. Yeah.
Is it 2:30? Okay. So I'm like, okay, well, that might work. We're an hour and a half away. Let's just kind of go fast-ish, and we'll get there, within 5 or 10 minutes of it before it happening next. Now, they can only predict it within like 15 minutes.
Right.
And I don't say it as a bad thing. It's amazing. But so it's 2:30, takes an hour and a half to get there. So we're driving through Yellowstone. And so the next one should be around 4. And we looked it up on the website, and it was like 4:05, right? It was when it was supposed to, that was their prediction, plus or minus 15 minutes. It's freezing cold. Get out of the car. Takes a minute to bundle up the baby. She's 2, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We get her bundled up, start walking towards the geyser, and I hear a little commotion. I hear like a little, right? Like not like I just hear some people like exclaiming, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no way! And sure enough, as we're walking, people are walking out. We missed it by like 3 minutes.
Dang it.
The only good thing I can say is that there was one dude who was walking out. We kind of eavesdropped, and he's like, well, it's so cold that usually you can see the water. You couldn't even see the water this time.
Oh, really?
Because it was so cold, so the steam was really high. So we still got to see it, and we weren't going to wait around for another hour and a half. But so that's my...
Wait. So you actually didn't see Old Faithful?
No, we saw it. We didn't see it go off.
That's like the whole...
I know, but well, look, the steam. It was like 25 degrees.
Okay.
So the steam from the geyser was already at like 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
And it's my understanding that that's about as high as it shoots.
Oh.
So apparently the people who saw it didn't even get to see the water. They heard it, you hear it.
Oh, it was just...
So,
okay.
I mean,
Well,
I'm sure I'll go
alright,
back.
whatever.
I wasn't going to sit around for an hour and a half,
They
though.
have a visitor center there. You could have...
We went to the visitor
browsed.
center, but we passed all these other cool,
Right. Well, yeah, there's tons to see there.
yeah, the little pond thingies or whatever, which brings me to the next thing in my on my list
Yeah,
here.
this is what I'm wondering about.
I hear stories about Yellowstone all the time about people. The water in these little pots is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like crystal
Like
clear.
You want to eat it or
It's
lick it or touch
blue.
it or something.
It's it's got like an orange rim. You
Right.
know, it's just perfect. It looks like you could drink it, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I was like, we had limited cell service, so it's not. I couldn't look this up, but I was telling Ashley, like, I'm pretty sure I heard of a couple who died in here last year. Like
Last year?
like every year.
Well,
it seems like
I know I've heard of...
like
various
someone
things,
tries,
I don't know.
they fall in.
Right.
Right. You're on these little boardwalks that you're not supposed to leave.
Right.
But
because
inevitably,
they'll sink
someone's
into
going to
the
go feel
earth
it. Now,
and-
keep in mind, it's 25 degrees outside.
That is too cold. to
The
be outside.
steam coming off of them is hot.
Yeah.
So, I'm not a chemist, but I know that that's hot, man. If it's putting off steam that hot, that means that the water is really, really hot, right?
Right.
So I was telling Ashley, though, I'm like, I'm pretty sure people die here. I'm like, I don't know if it's because it's acidic or what, right? So I get back to our cabin, and I decide to look into this. Now, it turns out most of the bodies of water in Yellowstone are alkaline, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not harmful to you.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's some under these geothermal vents that are highly acidic, and they're like 450 degrees, like that hot.
Yeah.
This dude was there with his sister years ago, and you can Google this.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to go hot potting. They wanted to,
No.
yeah, they wanted to sit in one.
No.
He walks up to one, puts his hand in, his foot slips. He falls in and is screaming, scrambling about, and he begins to dissolve.
That's really gross.
They call a ranger, okay? His sister, I mean, you can imagine, is probably freaking out. They call a ranger. The ranger comes up. They start to try and get him out. And the quote that she always gives is like, a lot of dissolving happened in a very short amount of time. Something creepy like that. So a lightning storm starts.
What?
So they have to leave. They know he's dead. He's already dead.
Okay.
So it was just a recovery operation at this point. So they leave because of the lightning storm. They come back the next day. He's gone. Everything, he dissolved completely. His wallet, his shoes, everything dissolved because of the acid in the heat.
That's really gross.
Isn't that amazing? It's awful. It reminded me of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I mean, rest in peace. Like,
Well,
they said that he died probably like instantly, like right away. I mean, it's like it was like 450 degrees Fahrenheit.
right.
And the acid alone.
Just what an idiot. Like,
Yeah. Apparently there's video that has never been released, but I want to try and find it.
Yeah, I'm not up for that. That's gross.
So I'm walking on these boardwalks and there's steam coming off of them. So all the boardwalks are slippery. And when there's not steam, there's ice. I'm
Right.
like, dude, you're just asking for it here. Someone's going to slip right into it, make a new geyser. I don't know what the land is like. Anyway,
Yeah.
but it was beautiful. Those are my two.
So beautiful, and you'll get dissolved if you go.
Yes. If it looks really hot and really beautiful, it's not for you. Now you can go in the river.
That's exactly how I look at women as well.
If it's hot and it's beautiful,
Then it's
just not for you.
It's not for me, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's that hot crazy scale. Did you ever see that video?
Nuh-uh.
It's like some dude on a white. It's hilarious. Hot. It's like the hot crazy scale for women or something like that. So yeah, I mean Yellowstone's awesome, but don't try and hot pot. You can go in the river and fish. Saw lots of guys doing that in waders, of course, because it was cold.
Yeah. Did you see the waterfall?
No, we didn't have time. And part of Yellowstone was closed because of a snowstorm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So.
Ugh, yuck.
So a visitor center, I was telling you, Ashley went to the restroom in the visitor center,
Uh-huh.
and she snapped a picture of a warning sign in the stall that was a picture of someone squatting on the toilet. So their feet are on the toilet seat. Okay?
Oh, okay.
With a no symbol on top of it.
Okay.
Telling people not to squat on the toilet.
I think I know why that is.
Well,
I have a
figured
theory.
it was maybe you didn't want to sit on a toilet seat, maybe?
I have
Okay.
a different theory. Now, I've never been to these countries, but I know that Japan has a different way of number twoing.
I've heard this. They don't have like normal toilets, right?
I believe
Americana?
that is. I mean, I can fact check that, but I'm fairly certain that they squat.
They squat to pop a squat.
Which apparently is better.
Well, it's like a squatty potty.
And I think I've heard this before. Like I've heard that they put those signs up because
you get people's nasty feet.
Well, because they come in on these tour buses,
right?
And they don't know, some of them. Maybe if they've never left Japan before.
It's
maybe
true.
And then they just don't want them to fall.
I
to
will
their
also
deaths.
I will also commonly see. I've seen it in other restrooms, and it was in the Yellowstone ones as well, which is don't like put paper towels down the toilet.
Oh,
and
yeah,
also
I've seen
don't
those.
throw away your toilet paper. Apparently, like in Mexico, you don't flush your toilet paper in some places.
Yes,
you
I've
throw it
heard
in the
that
garbage
before too.
So they always,
Gross.
yeah.
It's all gross. See, there's one
Oh,
right
okay.
there. I don't know if that's. There's all sorts of different ones. There's like high tech ones on here too. So.
But all of these toilets that you're showing me are in the ground though, like not.
Yeah, I don't know if that's commonplace as much
Right.
anymore. But I know there's some countries that.
Well, maybe it's cheaper. Anyway,
I don't know.
for some reason, people are squatting on toilets, and so they warn you in Yellowstone
Not to.
not to. So you're not putting your bare legs on someone's footprints. So it was pretty funny though.
You know, you're. The alternative is like way better, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. Okay. That's funny.
I don't know. I maybe they had the little paper things provided by management,
Right.
But
right.
there is something physiological though too.
Do you use those?
The paper things?
Yeah.
No.
I don't either.
No. It's like, you know what? Whatever germs are going to get on the back of my legs and on my cheeks.
Right.
So be it.
Yes.
I might give the seat like a once over with
Right.
a piece of toilet paper.
Right.
if there's like some.
Right.
Okay, here's a pet peeve though. This happened to me the other day. I went into a bathroom. It was a male bathroom. It was a single use, so it had a lock with a urinal and a standard toilet.
Yeah.
There was pee on the seat of the toilet. There's a urinal.
That's just a dick move right there.
Man, like literally.
Maybe two people were going at once.
You went in there with your bro? I don't know. So I had to give it a once over. Try and avoid that spot with my leg.
Right.
But yeah, some people, they're all about those, man.
Yeah.
Those paper things.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm going to slide off.
Yeah, I know. I've never even tried to use one. It seems too complicated.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of normally in a hurry. If I'm going, outside of the home, then it's probably a crisis anyway. So
yeah. Well, if you lean to wipe, it sticks to your anyway.
Yeah,
it's just a pain.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
Whatever though.
Right.
Whatever.
Well, it's time for random headline.
Okay.
This is a segment we're gonna do.
Oh,
Spencer's gonna pull a random
at
headline.
some point
real
we'll have to make like a bumper for it or something. To get some music.
Random headline.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's see what we got here.
Should we do a national news? Should I just pull it out of a podunk town?
Yeah, dude. Do like.
Give me a podunk town.
Well, I don't know any podunk towns. Why they're podunk? Small town Alabama. Just Google it, and then see what small towns pull up.
Okay, small town
in Alabama.
Oh my gosh, Alabama.
We could do like Greenbow for Forrest Gump.
Let's see. Oh, they got all of it here.
Oh, look at all those towns.
Auburn's not very. Let's do Auburn. I mean, it's not really well, it is, but there's a college there.
Is there like an Auburn Times?
Let's see, Auburn. We should have been prepared for this, probably.
Well, we're learning as we go here. It's episode 2.
Number 2. Okay.
It makes it really it adds to the suspense of a random headline. We don't have this queued.
No.
It really is a random headline.
So WSFA News 12.
They got Channel 12?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tuned to Channel 12 here.
I think it's like KBYU or something stupid.
I thought it was 11. Whatever. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. All right, we got some options here.
Just pick one, dude.
All right. So there's a lot of hurricane stuff because Alabama just got hit by the hurricane. So Auburn alums throw tailgate wedding before football game.
All right. Tailgaters.
Before the Auburn Tigers kickoff against the Tennessee Volunteers, which I think they lost, which was a blowout last week, so that sucks for them. They were not supposed.
Auburn got blown out?
Yeah, well, they lost. It wasn't a blowout. It was a upset.
Well,
I
loss
think
is a
that
loss.
is the term. Auburn alums and local East Alabama residents Sophie and Frank had their wedding set for September 2017, but Hurricane Irma forced them to cancel. So they just went ahead and did it during Michael. Is that like we're not redoing this a second time?
This is just never going to happen unless we go for it now.
If your wedding is scheduled and you have to move it twice because of a hurricane, isn't that kind of like
that's a bad omen?
Maybe we should give. Maybe that's why they gave themselves another year after. Cause
they're like,
why not just reschedule it?
Or maybe it could be a sign, or you could just be like, maybe we should do it in the spring.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So they have their wedding at a tailgate. Tailgating is huge in some places. Unfortunately, Utah doesn't have a professional football team, but the University of Utah has pretty big tailgating.
They do big tailgates. The BYU does a little bit, but the U definitely does
the
way
U has
more.
like 3 or 4 spots where people gather. The band comes up and plays and stuff like that. So, well, cool. That's our random headline. Good for these two. Hopefully it works out.
Oh, wait. Was Tim Tebow there to offer but I think Tim Tebow might have been there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So they couldn't reschedule that.
No, I mean,
with Hurricane Michael coming in, we got Tebow coming in. We got to just get it done.
I mean, I'm sure Tebow is like super busy playing Canadian football or whatever he's doing now. Oh wait, no. He plays baseball.
Tim Tebow plays baseball.
He plays baseball. He is on one of the Mets farm league teams.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's not good, obviously, because he's on a farm league team, but
Tim Tebow, he was the one who prayed, right?
the one? he was the one. Yeah, but yes, he was the Broncos
That's right.
quarterback.
I mean, they all
Was
pray.
filled in for and was very open with his
He prayed like on the field, like middle of the field,
I
right?
think so, something like that.
Look, no, I don't care.
I don't
you
care.
know.
It doesn't bother me, but it is a thing.
I don't care about anybody kneeling for any reason at a football game.
Yeah, I don't.
Whatever
don't
message
either.
you're trying to spread, good for you, man.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the field. You are on the field.
I do.
That's ironic, though.
I do kind of think, since we stumbled into that, and this isn't controversial, I don't think, but I do kind of feel like Kaepernick just sort of stumbled into all this.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think this was his intention.
No.
I think that he just forgot to stand one day or something.
Oh, you think it's that big of a stumble?
I don't know if it's that far, but if that was the truth, I wouldn't be.
So
it
you're
wouldn't
saying
be shocking.
The very first time that he was kneeling, he had just got like done running a lap.
Yeah, he just had some cramps. And
It was
just like
and he looked up at the jumbotron. It was like, oh shit.
right, exactly.
And then the next time he kneeled was after he talked to the veteran. So he didn't. It was all to make him not look dumb for the first time.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, you know,
I don't know. Maybe.
hopefully police shootings are going down.
Yeah, hopefully.
Although we just read about
Yeah,
one
there
in
was just
Utah.
one here,
Yeah.
so.
Although it wasn't. I don't think it was a black
Well,
teenager.
I mean, in Utah, that would be.
That happened.
It did actually
Yeah,
in
it
West
did
Valley
happen.
a couple months
Yeah.
ago. But hey,
Anyway, well, that's interesting. We'll have to ask him if we can get him on the podcast.
wait, who?
Kaepernick.
Oh, like, like the guy that got shot. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. All right.
Oh man, what a sorry state of affairs with all that stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that gets controversial if you get into it a little bit, but ultimately, you know, nobody wants anybody shot. Let's just all agree on that. How about that?
That seems fair.
Yeah. Nobody wants
think.
anybody shot.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So on our little list here, you
Yeah.
have something about Trump's love letters to Kim, and I
Oh.
don't know what that is.
Dude, okay. So I can't take credit for this. This was on NPR's Weekend Edition with Scott Simon.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was a Saturday because I think I was working.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Simon, Peabody Award-winning journalist. Great. He's funny. Like, you know. So he was talking about, you know how Trump and Kim have been exchanging letters.
Kim
Jong-un, yes. Not Kardashian.
Because of everything
Ah,
with Kanye last
you
week,
saw-
my mind went to Kim Kardashian.
So everybody, my note says Weekend Edition making fun of Trump's love letters with Kim. In context of the time,
yeah,
it's easy to think I meant Kim Kardashian.
just because of the Kanye debacle the other day.
Oh man, see, I took that time off. I even took it off from the news, man. I know that he went on like a rant in the Oval Office. But let's come back to Simon for a second. Scott Simon.
Yeah.
So he did this piece about these letters being exchanged between who's like Pompeo's taking letters to President or Chancellor Un or Kim or whatever you call him, and
Yeah.
someone from North Korea is bringing Trump letters,
Right.
and we don't know what's in them. He hasn't released any details. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but we just don't know. But Simon thought it would be funny and I guess make for good news to make fun of these love letters. And at the end, I wish I could remember the song. At the end, he played a love song at the end of the piece. It was hilarious. I was dying. I think I had to pull over because it was like this serious story about these love letters. Well, not you know, like wasn't really
Right.
love letters, but talking, and then it just went into this love song, and it was, you know,
Oh, we got to find the audio. You know, on the off chance I find it, I'll stick it in
oh
there.
my
and
gosh,
then
yeah,
we can laugh right now to pretend.
Oh,
that
man.
was great, just in case.
good song choice, Scott Simon.
Just in case it's in there.
Yeah, but a plug for Scott Simon. He Weekend Edition's awesome. So he covers everything, man. He's all over the map. So I like listening to him. He doesn't just stick
Well,
with.
hopefully our one listener will,
Yeah,
take that plug.
everyone should listen to NPR and be a contributor, a sustainer. Yeah. to their local
Oh.
NPR station, KUER here in
Yeah.
Provo, Ogden, Salt Lake City. Right?
Is that where we are?
KUR? Yeah. Well, I mean, they have translators all over, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, man.
And then you said, so Advanced Auto Parts.
Oh, dude, don't get me. See, I didn't even want to get started.
I want you to get me started because out of all your stuff you wrote on here, and it's all very fascinating. This one, I got to hear what's going on with it.
All right, Advanced Auto Parts.
Yeah.
Okay, we've had Checker, we've had AutoZone.
Right.
Checker just
zone.
recently became O'Reilly in Utah. Anyway, well, it was a few years back.
Oh,
So
yeah.
maybe Advanced Auto Parts is in other places, but let me just make sure people understand. Advanced Auto Parts, the name
Yeah.
ADVANCE. Advanced Auto Parts. That is the name plastered on their buildings. They spent thousands of dollars on the neon,
Yeah.
right? Probably hundreds of thousands of dollars in advertising and SEO. Advanced Auto Parts. Not advanced.
I didn't even realize it till you just brought that to my attention.
Not advanced.
I just assumed it was advanced because why?
Because why would you make it advanced? Like, are they trying to push auto parts to the next level? Like, advanced auto parts. Or,
that doesn't make much sense.
no. Like, maybe, like, it's a dude named Adam and a dude named Vance. So it's advanced.
the I don't know. I'm gonna Wikipedia this here and see if
It really bugs me, man, to see all the signage. It's like this isn't a one-time error, you know.
right.
This is and they ripped off the Checker flag from
Well, I mean,
O'Reilly and Checker, but whatever.
They're all basically the
But
same.
Advanced Auto Parts, no D. It's like,
Get
hey,
the D out.
let's go grab a burger from McDonald's. You know,
That's stupid.
I know. It's as stupid as Advanced Auto Parts.
McDonald.
McDonald's. Go pick up a washer and dryer from Sear.
I'm gonna start calling it McDonald.
McDonald?
I'm gonna go over to the McDonald.
Yeah, dude.
The what? The McDonald.
The McDonald. Yeah.
Oh man.
McDonald. Yeah. I mean, I know there's some names that works. That works. See, I'm doing it now. Some names that work.
What made you feel with so much rage? Like at what point were you like, this is crazy? Like,
Knowing the amount of.
I mean, did you just drive by it the other day? And
well,
you were
no.
like,
I mean, they're right here in town.
Yeah.
Right. They're a big company. I don't know if you can see on Wiki how many stores they
there's
have,
Plenty.
but
5,000. Wow,
5,000 stores. All of the proofreading that went into this name, all of the proof, like the sign company, right? They're making the signs for this company, and like Billy in the back, who's putting the order through for the aluminum or whatever, or like the screen printing is like, hey, Advance? Are we sure? Do we want to call the customer real quick? Maybe this is like a Kaepernick situation, man. The first one was an accident. We actually meant for it to be advanced.
Yeah. Well,
But we already printed up like 1,000 shirts and a few signs.
Well, maybe so. If we look at the dictionary here, there's some. So that just got way too complicated.
Look at that definition.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
You guys got to
So,
Google the definition
Number
of
one,
advance.
moving forward, typically in a purposeful way. So
Right, like I was saying.
but
Okay.
this still says, like the example, the troops advanced on the capital.
Right. See?
That's the verb. Of
You have to
course.
conjugate it.
But they have it as a noun, right? Because it's just advanced.
Advance.
So noun advance.
Yeah, it's not an adjective without the D,
advances.
right? It's just
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just a verb without the D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a forward movement, the rebels' advance on Madrid was well underway. A development of improvement, genuine advances in engineering techniques, an increase or rise in amount of value.
Yeah. See, like I said, it could possibly mean that they want to move forward the technology of auto parts. But I really doubt they're selling like new age brake pads.
What was that?
That was a throat burp. The throat burp from, down below, I tried to suppress. So, and here's where it really got, this is when I typed it into the notes, because I passed a shop called Advanced Plumbing Supply.
Oh.
With the D.
Right.
And maybe plumbing has plateaued.
Well,
maybe there's no new tech.
Yeah, plumbers are pretty smart, you know. I mean, they make pretty good money, so maybe they just had it on lockdown. They just knew.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And I hope that our one listener isn't upset and maybe they work there.
You know, I'm kind of an AutoZone guy myself, so I don't really.
It depends. If I'm on Washington Boulevard right here, I go over to O'Reilly.
They really are all like the same.
It's not
though.
the same.
They're all got a crusty old guy in there and some other guy.
They always got to know the make of your car. You're buying like a air freshener. What's the make and model of your car? You don't know the VIN? Everyone knows their VIN. Yeah, man. And you're like, dude, I just want to buy an air freshener.
Oh, I had to. You know what I did? Yes, I had to register my car.
Did it last week.
And that is something that infuriates me every year. I normally get pulled over for it because I hate doing it so much. I don't do it.
How far out were you?
Just a couple of weeks, actually.
Okay.
But I've been wanting to Uber, and Uber won't let you Uber without. So.
Yeah.
By
the way, if you get into an Uber with Spencer and mention this podcast, I will pay for your Uber.
Oh.
Up to 10 miles.
The likelihood of all that, I mean, you could probably do 100 miles and it wouldn't really.
I know, I didn't want to take that chance.
Yeah, well, you never know, I guess.
You know.
But my registration was $212.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why it was so much.
It's the newer the car.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, because I registered mine, and I have a 2011,
hey,
and it was like, I don't know, it's like $40.
You have a new car with better emissions and, less likely to get in an accident, safer. Let's punish you for that.
Right. And they don't even do safety checks in Utah anymore.
That's why it's probably so expensive, because they don't get that revenue. Or
they're rolling back regulation, man. No more safety. We don't care if your seatbelt works. We just care how much pollutant you're putting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, man.
Dumb.
I mean, I'm not complaining because, sometimes safety's
I'm
like.
I'm actually glad I don't have to do that.
Your tires.
I don't think I have to do emissions for like.
Oh, it's like every other year when your car's new, right?
I think it's even more now. I think it's like every
That's
2 or
nice.
3 years when it's brand new.
Which is weird considering that whole Volkswagen thing. You'd think they'd be pretty hardcore.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know how that company's still in business.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
All right, so I have a new bit for us to try.
All right.
And it's probably would work better with a guest, but we don't have one today.
Next week.
Probably next week. But I've got 3 clips here from last week's show that may or may not be taken completely out of context.
I'm sure they are.
And actually, now I think about it, they might be. Are they all talking about the same thing? I don't know. We'll just play them all and see how it goes. But what you got to do, and I already know what they are, so I'm just going to have Bryan guess what we were talking about.
All right.
Because I did kind of scramble them around a little bit, I think.
Did you? Okay, never mind. Just play them.
Okay, so here's the first one. We might have actually already heard this one.
But if you see me there, chances are I will be lubing up my feet.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you hear that one again?
But if you see me there, chances are I will be lubing up my feet.
I used the wrong word, and Spencer called me on it. What I meant to say was lathering, because I was talking about sunburnt feet.
Yes, that is correct.
And for some reason, I used the word lube. It was a Freudian slip that is completely
But
accurate.
if you see me there, chances are I will be lubing up my feet.
Lubing up my feet.
Yeah. Well, you got to be able to move swiftly across the sand. All right, what you got
All
next?
right, the next one, if this is the right one here, I guess I should have named him. This is the one I definitely cut way up.
He had a full head, all the way till the end. It was white, and I was hoping to get that. I was hoping to get like the full head.
It cuts off right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
He had
okay.
a full head, all the way till the end. It was white, and I was hoping to get that. I was hoping to get like the full head.
That's the best cutoff ever. If I remember, I was talking about my opa's full head of white hair up until the time he died.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not some white guy's head.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get that head. You know.
He had a full head, all the way till the
I
end.
wanted it.
It was white, and I was hoping to get that. I was hoping to get like the full head.
Yeah. 2 for 2. This is like the NPR news quiz, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, last one. I've only actually done it twice, and I don't remember it being itchy.
You just don't like to do it.
Yeah, it just feels weird. I don't like it just feels weird.
That one actually took me a second. And I'm glad the clip was a little bit longer. I think you were talking about shaving your head.
Oh, it was actually my marriage. So, but yeah, that was talking about shaving my head. I've only actually done it twice, and I don't remember it being itchy.
You just don't like to do it.
Yeah, it just feels weird. I don't like it just feels weird. Yeah. I started listening to last week's, and I just started hearing stuff, and I'm like, oh man, this is going to be great. So,
Yeah. I like this bit.
that's going to be great to just go through and, make us sound like terrible people.
You know
or
what it's going to
whatever.
be? If we really wanted to be full of ourselves here,
Yeah.
we could do this to our guests
You're right.
and just make them feel awful for not knowing, because that means they didn't listen to the previous week's podcast.
Right.
It just make them feel terrible.
Like, how could you
Yeah.
be so stupid?
Like, I bet you we could get Brent to walk out.
Just make him that mad.
Yeah.
Like, what an idiot.
Full disclosure, I have used some Rogaine.
You had a lot of good drops last week.
That's
Just
good.
A lot.
That's
So,
good. Hopefully they become household.
Household.
Yeah. I want people to be using them a lot.
Like the Rogaine?
Full disclosure,
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I have used
I want people to be walking around. Someone just says, a group of guys, someone says full disclosure, and the group finishes it with all together, like as a group.
Right.
I do use a little Rogaine.
Yeah. Well, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, all right, man. You took a breath, so I
We
thought
could-
you were going to say something.
I was going to, but then I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, dude, you wanted to
Like,
talk about this. So you're from the South.
Yeah.
South. You're from Texas.
Texas, not like the dirty deep South, but
You need to, you know what? While I'm talking here,
yeah.
you need to cue up that siren, or that tornado thing.
The one that makes me like tear up.
Yes. There is a tornado warning.
No, it's not. That's
Oh, it's not?
no. It's a Amber Alert.
Oh, it's an Amber Alert.
But I think the reason it makes me feel weird is because it sounds like a tornado siren.
Yeah, this isn't, at least in therapy, Spencer has not been able to null out why this sound makes him tear up. It's not like he was kidnapped, at least I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with actual, like, the Amber.
we'll let our listener decide. If I want to not decide, I want to know, dear listener, if this sound makes you tear up or whatever, evoke any emotion, because it does, Spencer.
I think this is.
See if you can find it.
I think this is it.
Here we go.
It may not be actually.
Amber Alert.
No, this isn't it. This
That's
is
not
not
it.
it. This is not it. This is a regular one.
So the reason that I want to talk about this while you're finding it is because you are from Texas, so you had a lot of kidnappings.
Oh, all the time.
But no, I mean like tornadoes, which brings us to hurricanes. We wanted to talk about
I think this is it.
Hurricane Mike. Okay,
I don't know
let's
if
see
they
what we got.
use the sound anymore. I
Probably
don't.
because of making people cry.
Yeah, because this is definitely in the early years of the Amber Alert, so I think it might be more standardized now. But
All right, here we go. Oh man, you can't see Spencer's face,
Yeah,
but
man,
he has a
it's
tear
just like-
rolling down his face.
isn't that just the most terrible?
It is.
It sounds like the end of the world.
Yeah. Oh, right there, right? That one spot.
Right?
It's not like the bang at the end. It's that one, like, it's
Yeah.
like a second and a half. Anyway, that is an awful sound. I really do think that they did some research to find the most off-putting noise ever.
I mean, maybe. But the regular tornado siren doesn't really bother me.
There's a regular tornado down there.
Well, there's all sorts of different ones.
A regular tornado. I'm from Utah, so I don't hear them. But don't they like to wind up and then stay high forever? And then go back down?
Honestly depends. There's like a ton of different kinds.
Yeah.
There's even kinds that talk now.
Oh yeah, you played one for me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
it's like
there's this one
tornado
right
warning.
here. Can barely hear it in the background.
That is freaking scary.
Yeah, he's outside with his phone. Yeah, I'm sure you're real scared.
Ugh.
So that one bugs you.
I don't like
I
it.
saw you do a little jitter over there in your chair.
Yeah. The creepy guy is what freaks me out.
Where does he come in?
In just a second, I think. Oh my god. Should've...
Yeah, it's cell phone recording.
Crowley, Texas. This is old.
Where's it at, man?
I don't know. Why is it taking so long?
Well, I think I remember it. The dude was like, tornado warning, right?
Yeah.
That is freaking.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear it.
Maybe I went too far. I have to edit some of this.
This is a tornado warning.
There it is.
Seek shelter immediately.
There it is.
Tornado warning.
Dude, that is freaking crazy.
I think what's so freaky about that is not only can you hear the one that's right over you, and they are loud. Like it is
Right.
not like you're not prepared for how loud these things are.
Right. I wonder
but
what they
you
are. They're
can-
probably like 120.
You can also hear them from all over, like all the echoing,
Right.
You know, and they're all like slightly. They're not in time with each other, so it makes this really weird, echoey, scary end of the world effect.
Right.
I don't know how loud
I
they
bet
are.
you.
They're-
Let's see. I found a warning siren is capable of producing 124 decibels at 100 feet. So it depends on how close you are. I mean, that's obviously.
So you don't,
That's freaking loud.
You don't want to be right in front of it. Then, is
No.
what you're saying. I have been right underneath one before when they go off. They're very,
Yeah.
very, very loud. Very loud.
And you know, it is not the safest place to be under the siren.
No, you think right?
Contrary to popular belief.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be near the siren.
Do not be near it.
So yeah. So that feel free to go back and play that siren that makes you cry anytime. But yeah, I want to talk about Michael. I have a buddy that I work with who grew up in Florida, and he sent me pictures, man, of some of the damage to his family's house.
Oh, in that area in Florida?
Yeah, and he's not on the Gulf side. He's on the I don't know what the other word is. It's a different word. He
The
used
Atlantic?
it.
Like the
I don't know. He used like some weird word, like it's not on the Gulf side. It's on this side. I could probably find it. But he's
Panhandle?
yeah, he sent me pictures, and it was like, you know, his family's dock was basically floating in the water.
Right.
You know, I hope everyone's okay. His mom still lives down there.
Oh, really?
But
This one was really, really bad. I've always followed the hurricanes when they come in. In fact, I will find the local news channel and just watch it as it comes in. I don't know why. I've always found hurricanes and tornadoes pretty fascinating, but this one was pretty crazy. Last year, Hurricane Harvey came through Houston and quite possibly was the most expensive hurricane in U.S. history.
you live there, right?
No, I lived in Dallas.
Oh, you're Dallas. Okay.
Yeah, but this one could be close to it, but it's different.
It's a
Like,
different
they're
kind of
two
damage.
different kinds of damage, and the reason being is that Hurricane Harvey was really slow moving, and it dumped water on Houston for days. Essentially, it just kept
Right.
going. And there was wind damage, of course, and all that sort of stuff. But the Hurricane Michael was super fast
Windy.
moving, and the wind was insane. And I haven't seen any damage like this before. That I maybe Andrew, but that's kind of
Dude, Andrew was like, what was that, 92?
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have been old enough to. I mean, I guess Katrina, but that's a different kind of damage.
And that was a levee problem. But yes,
Yeah.
so I just looked it up. Harvey, 60.5 inches.
yeah,
6-0.
yeah,
5 feet
yeah,
of rain, man.
yeah.
And it just, I remember it just hung out. Like it kept sucking up water from the ocean
Right.
and just dumping it on the city.
And this one blew through the area like in a day. It was like almost completely off the map within 1 or 2 days, and it was crazy. Like, it did cause some flooding in the Carolinas, but that was mostly because they just had flooding.
It was like devastating, but it moved really fast.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this is more wind damage, and Harvey was more water flooding damage.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Katrina too. But
oh, dude, I am seeing the Hurricane Michael death toll.
It's up there.
It's like 19 right now.
Yeah, 18, 19, something like that. But if you look at the pictures of the coastline, it is crazy. Like, it looks like tornado damage, but it's the scale of it is just crazy.
Well,
like, it's the whole beach is just gone.
Well, what were you listen to hurricane reports and it's like sustained winds versus gusts.
Right.
And I don't think people understand sustained winds means that it's not stopping, right? So when you hear like Michael has sustained winds of 120 miles an hour.
Right, gusting to 155.
It's sustained, like you couldn't move.
Yeah.
Like Anderson Cooper is holding onto a tree out there.
It's true. And I think the problem with this one is, it happened super fast. Like, it just kind of, just like Harvey last year, kind of just happened really fast.
Did this get as much press, though?
Yeah, it did.
See, I was out for the week.
Harvey actually didn't get a lot of press at first because it happened so fast that no one was like, on top of it.
It calmed down.
Yeah.
It didn't. I mean, it calmed down, but it just kept raining.
Right. But what were we talking about?
I don't know.
What was I saying?
All I can think about is Joel Osteen not opening his church.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jerk.
Anyway, whatever.
We
were talking about Michael and the damage, and that it looked like tornado damage.
And it probably was, because hurricanes do spawn little tornadoes, but...
Well, they're blowing almost as fast as a tornado.
Well, yeah, I'm close.
That's not like a vacuum.
We were talking about the why not as many people evacuated, because they didn't know exactly where it was going, and it made a turn, and I guess there just wasn't enough time to get out.
So the governors didn't issue...
They did, but not in as much
late.
time as usual, which I don't completely understand, because I feel like there's like up until it hits that you could leave. Am I wrong? Like just to go a little inland at least.
It's all about traffic, man.
I guess
it's all about traffic. They need to what they need to do is open freeways going both directions to go one way.
They did that.
Did they?
For Florence a couple of weeks ago. They did that in the Carolinas.
There's so many people. The traffic is just horrendous. That's what people complain about with Harvey. Is they're like, now we're stuck on a freeway underwater.
Right.
Could have been stuck on our roof. Not sure which one's better.
Yeah, take your pick, I guess.
Yeah, but man, what a mess, man. These hurricanes are just. Yeah, I don't know if they're getting worse or not, but
they are. This is a Weather Channel thing. It does have to do with climate change,
of course.
And it's just there's warmer water, and it's not so much that they're growing in intensity. It's that they are happening more often, and they're growing in intensity faster. Like, you get one just because Michael was within a few days.
So they're going from like tropical storm to hurricane like overnight.
Yeah, well, and that and Michael didn't become a Category 4 till was almost about to hit, which is kind of unusual too. Normally, it picks up more when it's out in the ocean.
I'm really just, of course, praying for everybody here, but Puerto Rico, man.
Oh yeah,
they just barely got power back from the last one.
Yeah,
in some places, and freaking Trump. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that.
I'm sorry.
Situation was
him talking that it went well. Come on, man.
Yeah,
he's out down there throwing paper towels. Oh, dude. Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean that was kind of it for my notes. Other than that, I had a pretty good week.
Yeah.
We really need to get together in band form. Once again, our band is rejected takeoff.
What? We are going to do that this week. We've got 3 songs that are still. Well, we got one that's just about done. I just got to get it back from our mixer, and then 3 that are kind of in the works that I'm kind of like stuck on, and I don't know what they're going to be, or I don't know.
Yeah. But we'll let you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can check them out right now. Rejected
yes.
Takeoff, iTunes, Spotify.
iTunes and Spotify.
Pandora
should be on Amazon Music, I think.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be at some point. I don't know if it is yet.
Yeah. So, and okay, just to reiterate before we close up here, once again, we're on Facebook at The Our Take Pod and Twitter at the same handle at The Our Take Pod. If you want to email us, ourtakepod@gmail.com for any reason to our one guy.
I mean, hopefully. Probably
Anyone
not.
who starts listening to this should send us a message right away, and I will let you know if you were the first.
The first to follow.
If you're the first one
That way,
to
when we're
tweet,
famous, you can say that you knew us before
right?
we were
Yeah.
You can be the one.
You send me a tweet, and I will figure out a way to pin it for like the next 6 months. It doesn't matter what it is.
Pin it.
Yeah. Well, I'll pin it to the top of our Twitter.
Oh, we have almost the exact same amount of time we did last week.
What are we at?
55 minutes.
Look at
I
that.
think that's when we ended last week, too.
Yeah, it's about as much time as we can spend together before.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, hopefully next week we'll have a guest. We had some people in mind. We just need to line it up.
Yeah. We'll hammer things out and have things ready.
Yeah.
So we get some better drops.
Yeah. And we have that fantastic theme song. Thank you. Produced by you. Thanks, Spencer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of hijacked it from the. But anyway,
people don't need to know that.
Oh,
They
you're
don't
right.
need to know that.
I'm just gonna edit that part out. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, thanks for listening. I'm Bryan.
It was Spencer. That's it.
I won't survive through all this pain. It's been in vain, I can't deny.